Hi, I'm Ryan from Nagios, and in this video, we'll be taking a hands-on look at how Suricata and Network Analyzer 2026 brings powerful threat detection to Nagios Network Analyzer. Let's get started. Once you're in your new install of Nagios Network Analyzer 2026, to install Suricata, all you have to do is go down to the Install Suricata button, click there, and then go over to where it says Copy to Clipboard. Click that button. Then go back into a terminal and just copy and paste that command. Then hit Run. Now that our install is all done, all we have to do is go back into Network Analyzer. And now we can see Suricata is active on our instance of Network Analyzer. Now, by default, the installation of Suricata in Nagios Network Analyzer operates out of the box as an intrusion detection system. So this means it passively intercepts traffic, generates alerts, but does not alter or block traffic. Suricata can operate as an IPS, but Nagios Network Analyzer is deployed strictly in IDS mode for safe packet inspection and alerting. Now from the Suricata tab, we can check Suricata status, start or stop a scan of our network interface, view total weekly alerts, explore alert categories in a tree map, review severity distribution, and see top alerts from the week. The Overview tab is your real-time dashboard for Suricata and Nagios Network Analyzer. From here, you can check Suricata status, start or stop a scan of your primary network interface, view total weekly alerts, explore alert categories in a tree map, review severity distribution, as well as see top alerts from the week. To stop Suricata, all you have to do is go over to Suricata status and hit the stop button. And then in the pop-up menu, select stop. To start Suricata, all you have to do is go over to Suricata status, hit the start button, then select an interface, and then click Start Suricata. In the Alerts tab, Suricata displays all detections triggered by active rule sets. From here, we can filter alerts by time period, search for specific keywords, and click any alert to go further into detail, like so. We can also change the time period for alerts, as well as copy alerts to our clipboard. The Data tab is where deeper analysis happens. From here, you can see individual Suricata event logs. By clicking into any one of them, you can see the log entry and the details, as well as JSON information. On the Actions button over on the right side of each entry, we can do is who is source IP, who is destination IP, reverse DNS source IP, reverse DNS destination IP, Nmap scan source IP, as well as Nmap scan destination IP. Now it's important to note that if you only have the Suricata integration installed, that the Nmap scan source IP and Nmap scan destination IP options will not appear unless Nmap is also installed on your instance of Network Analyzer. Now from this page, we can also scan PCAP files. All we have to do is click Scan PCAP, then Upload PCAP, select the PCAP file we'd like to scan, and then give it an output file name. and then click Scan. We'll get a notification that scanning the PCAP has started. And then we'll get a notification that our Suricata scan was successful. And then from this drop-down underneath Select Log File, we can select which log file we would like to look at. And here we can see our recently uploaded PCAP file. We can also delete Suricata data by clicking the trash can icon. And we can also configure Suricata data for data retention time with the gear icon. Now we can talk about combining two of our integrations, Wireshark and Suricata. From Wireshark, we are also able to do Suricata scans. So if we go to our capture history and click the Actions button, we can either download a PCAP or we can also scan with Suricata. Now if we select Scan with Suricata, our scan will start. And then if we go back to Suricata, in the Data tab, we can see that our Wireshark capture is now already populated in Suricata. In the Modify Rules tab, we can see all the rules that are included with all of our rule sets. We can see which ones we have enabled and which ones we have disabled. We can also upload a rule set, add individual rules, or go to the Actions menu, edit, and edit any rules that are already made. We can also delete rules from here by clicking the Delete under the Actions menu. And in the top left, clicking that checkbox will highlight all of the rules on a page. And then we can go down to with selected, turn off, or turn on the rule sets for that page, as well as delete. In the Manage Rule Sets tab, we can see which rule sets are active, add rule sets, and then set rules for updating rule sets. So from this screen, we can see the type of rule set that we have, either open or commercial, the name, the description of the rule set, when it was last updated, its fetch status, and whether or not it's enabled. Now to enable a rule set, all we have to do is go over to where it says enabled, click the button, and we'll get notified that our rule set has been updated. Now, if we want to update multiple rule sets at once, we can do that by going over to the top left, clicking that box, selecting all of them, going down to with selected, selecting an action, turn on, and hitting go. Likewise, we can also turn off rule sets this way. Same thing, turn off, go. But for now, we'll leave a few on. By hitting the Actions menu, we can edit rule sets. So this is where we can add our own description or enter in secret codes for commercial rule sets. To save changes, all you have to do is click Submit. Now to set updates for rule sets, all we have to do is go over to the gear icon, click on that, then select the update interval that we would like, then click Save, and then click this button to update rule sets automatically. Now whenever a rule set gets updated, it'll notify us under the last updated, and it will show us if the fetch status was successful or unsuccessful. And with that, that wraps up our walkthrough of Suricata and Nagios Network Analyzer 2026. Now, if you like this video, consider checking out our YouTube channel. And if you have any of our products and need any help, go to support.nagios.com. And as always, thanks for watching and happy monitoring.